I'm Pete, and after 20 plus years managing multi-million dollar federal contracts, I've seen it all, from building rocket launch systems on remote islands to explaining why a toilet seat costs more than your car. Here's the thing about government supply chain management that nobody talks about. We're dealing with a $6.8 trillion ecosystem that makes Amazon look like a lemonade stand. While you're tracking your prime delivery, my team is building entire power plants across continents and keeping military bases operational in places Google Maps pretends don't exist. Today, we're diving deep into federal procurement processes, GSA schedules, and why government logistics could either save civilization or give you a migraine. Probably both. You've probably heard about the famous $640 toilet seat and the $435 hammer from the 1980s. But let me tell you what actually happened and why the real story is both better and worse than you think. Those numbers weren't the actual cost of a hammer or toilet seat. They were accounting artifacts from a broken Pentagon bookkeeping system that allocated engineering and overhead costs across entire contracts. When you're developing specialized aircraft parts for a 40-year-old plane, all those development costs get spread across every single item in the contract, including the mundane stuff. But here's the kicker. We're still dealing with the same problems today, just with bigger numbers. Senator Chuck Grassley, who's been fighting Pentagon waste since the 1980s, sent a letter in 2018 about $10,000 toilet seat covers for C-17 aircraft. Not toilet seats, just the covers. The Air Force said it cost that much because these aren't mass-produced items, so manufacturers have to halt other production lines. And then there's my personal favorite, the $43 million gas station in Afghanistan. I've built infrastructure in challenging locations, but this one takes the cake. The Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction found that we spent $43 million on a single compressed natural gas station in Afghanistan that should have cost $500,000, the same as a similar station in Pakistan. The Department of Defense's explanation? They claimed they no longer had any knowledge about the $800 million program that built it. That's not a joke. That's an actual quote from their response. Let me tell you about this government contracting opportunity, Oasis Plus. It is a suite of government-wide, multiple award contracts designed to support federal agencies' procurement requirements for services-based solutions. It's a GSA's government-wide multi-agency, multiple award indefinite, delivery indefinite quantity IDIQ contract for non-IT services. Here are my favorite golden nuggets. One of the most important contract vehicles you've probably never heard of is Oasis. This has become the government's go-to platform for professional services, and the numbers are staggering. Here's the Oasis money trail. Stat 1, $90.7 billion total, $17 billion in 2024. This means $90.7 billion over 9 years. So this isn't experimental. $17 billion record proves agencies are spending more through Oasis each year. Stat 2, $46.2 billion. This is the current Oasis unrestricted obligation based on GovTribe. It demonstrates agencies have already committed this to BAUs and are actively awarding task orders. Stat 3, $780 versus 28. These are proposals submitted for Oasis Plus unrestricted with only 28 initial winners. There is extreme competition, but also that winning a seat eliminates 96% of future competition. Stat 4, 767 companies, won seats across 3 small business Oasis Plus tracks. If you're a small business certified, you have much better odds than the unrestricted competition. Stat 5, 10-year maximum. This is based on the contract performance period starting at a 5-year base plus a 5-year option. This gives you long-term revenue stability and a predictable business planning horizon. Stat 6, 0 contract ceiling. This means there's no limit on total contract value. This means no artificial cap on how much your business can grow. Stat 7, 28 NAICS codes, covered under the original Oasis framework, which means diverse businesses across multiple industries can compete, expanding your market opportunities. Stat 8, March 1st, 2025 transition. when legacy Oasis Unrestricted expired with $46.2 billion in obligations, transitioning to Oasis Plus with expanded scope and new opportunities. But here's the really exciting part. GSA just launched Oasis Plus, the next generation that combines the scope of legacy Oasis with building maintenance and operations and human capital and training solutions, plus new service areas that were never in scope before. This is a complete reimagining of government buying for professional services. The competition is fierce, with a 96.4% rejection rate for unrestricted track shows how valuable seats are. With no contract ceiling and a potential 10-year performance period, winning an Oasis Plus seat is like getting a hunting license in a preserve stocked with federal agencies that need your services. This captures the fundamental shift happening in government contracting right now. The days of cost plus everything and relationship-based awards are largely over, replaced by a much more performance-driven environment. What I'm describing reflects several converging pressures: budget constraints from continuing resolutions and debt ceiling concerns, increased oversight following high-profile contract failures, and frankly, a generation of contracting officers who grew up with commercial best practices and expect them in government work too. The contractors who are winning now understand this isn't just about lowering their bid price. It's about fundamentally rethinking their business models. They're investing in automation, adopting agile delivery methods, and building genuine partnerships with agencies rather than just fulfilling statements of work. They're also getting better at quantifying their value proposition with hard metrics rather than vague promises. The risk management pieces mentioned are particularly crucial and beneficial to you and your business. Agencies can't afford delays or cost overruns anymore, so contractors who can demonstrate robust risk mitigation through proven processes, strong subcontractor relationships, and realistic scheduling have a real competitive advantage. For contractors learning from subject matter experts, the path will be easy, but the message is clear. Either evolve into a lean, technology-enabled organization that can deliver measurable value, or watch the work go to those who have. The government's expectations have permanently reset, and there's no going back to the old model. So that's me for now. See you in the next video.